Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I actually had a pretty cool idea, if I say so myself. I love Pokemon and I love Animal Crossing, and I just thought to myself, why don't I combine those two together and just see what happens. So today I am trying that out and we're seeing what happens when I draw Pokemon as Animal Crossing characters. And of course, the first character on the agenda today is Mew. Mew is pretty iconic as a Pokemon. Plenty of people know what Mew is, and I think Mew is just a really awesome, rare Pokemon. It's actually a mythical Pokemon, and I thought the cute design of Mew would work pretty well with an Animal Crossing character. So I decided to accentuate the cuteness and also Mew's pink color scheme here, and as you can see, Mew is wearing a little dress and also has a star wand just because I thought that would suit the theme nicely. And if you don't know what the wands do in Animal Crossing, they're actually a really cool way for you to customize your outfit and just wave your wand and a cute outfit will magically appear on you. And yeah, so I guess that's what Mew is doing today. She's waving her wand and she is magically wearing a dress. How cute. I decided to go with purple for the background because I thought that it would fit the theme of stars really nicely, as well as look really good with all of the pinks in the illustration, and also help the yellow of the wand stand out and look really nice. So I'm actually using a lot of art supplies in this video for these artworks, and it's actually more than I had planned initially, and that was because of one main problem that you probably saw earlier, that my masking film did not properly mask out, and some of that watercolor seeped through the obviously underneath the masking film, which means it didn't have perfect masked out lines. So since I had planned to use watercolor for the characters, I obviously could not, so I ended up going with some gouache. I wanted to go over the top of that with some colored pencils to add some really nice texture and colored line art, but obviously I was a little bit worried because I didn't know, I had never used gouache with pencils before, but it actually turned out really nice, and the rough watercolor paper that I'm using definitely held onto those pencils really well, and as you can see, we do have quite a bit of nice texture. I was kind of worried when I started the painting too, because when I added in those layers of gouache, the character just kind of looked a little bit weird and not detailed at all. But of course I knew I just had to trust the process, and eventually, you know, the details would come out and it would look pretty nice. And I think that worked pretty well in my favor. Especially when I added those details to the eyes and also added the dark outlines as well. I think that sort of took away some of that creepy aspect to it and made it really cute and nice. But yeah, I really love this one because the color palette is just so simple. It's mostly just pinks with a tiny bit of yellow and purple, but I really love it, and I think that the stars in the background really helped to make it shine quite well. So for my next character, I decided to go with Yampa. Now, if you're not aware of who Yampa is actually a quite new Pokemon. They have just sort of arrived in the recent generation of Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I just love this Pokemon so much because it's pretty much a corgi. Yampa is this adorable little energetic electric dog, and I just think it is one of the cutest things I have ever seen. I really love corgis. I think that they're one of my favorite breeds of dog, so when they added a corgi Pokemon, I was just over the moon. And of course I had to pick one of my favorite Pokemon to include in this art challenge video thing. So as you can see, this sketch actually went through quite a few different stages. I had to redraw the face a lot because I just couldn't get it correct. And I ended up going with the base shape of the deer Animal Crossing characters. I think that actually suits it way more than the base shape of the dog Animal Crossing characters. I feel like those pointy ears and the cute little snout just works quite a bit better. I also initially drew the legs too long, and then I remembered to myself, Corgis and Yampa have extremely short legs, so I need to shorten those legs to make it sort of more true to the original. This character's got to be really cute and short to, you know, fit the bill. And I think it worked out. I decided to go with red for the clothes, and I'm not sure if it's a dress or just a really long t-shirt. I have no idea. I guess that's up to viewer discretion. But I decided on red because I felt like it would fit the sort of aesthetic of this drawing a little bit better. As you can see, we have quite a bit of blue for the background, and then we have, you know, some really warm colors, especially yellow, which is one of the main colors on Yampa. So I decided to go with red because that is another primary color, and I just think it works pretty well. So now that we've got that tape off, it is time to move on to the details and the colored pencil aspect of this drawing. And I was just so excited because it was already looking quite a bit cute, and I just couldn't wait to see those details just come through and add a lot of texture in there. When you look closer at the Animal Crossing characters, you can actually look pretty close and see that they do have quite a bit of texture on their models, and I really like that, and that's why I wanted to try and emulate it with pencil texture. And because I used this rough watercolor paper, I think that it worked out pretty good. I know I keep talking about that, but I just find something about, you know, flat washes of color and then colored pencil, rough textures over the top, you know, adding a little bit of shading here and there and a bit of a gradient. It really helps, and it looks really effective to me. And I don't know, it just looks really interesting. I really got to try this art style / technique a little bit more often because I just had so much fun doing it. Now with this drawing, there was just something slightly off with the background. As you can see, I did a sort of sky kind of look, and I don't know, it just looked kind of weird having it floating there on the sky. I didn't actually have it planned out too well. So I decided to add a little green circle underneath Yampa here, just a little patch of grass for it to be standing on, and I think that makes it look quite a bit better, and also just adds a little bit more detail to the final piece. So for my last but definitely not least drawing today, I decided to go with one of the more classic ones. It's actually Mudkip from the Hoenn region, and I just had to draw this little guy because he is just so cute. Funny thing that actually happened while I was drawing, a dragonfly just flew into my room and landed on the page and kind of ran amok. My guess, it was attracted to the bright lights in my recording room, so I guess that's what happened. But anyways, I caught it and I took it back outside where I let it free. Bit of a strange interruption, but that's alright. I thought that was actually kind of fitting since I'm like drawing Animal Crossing style art, and in that game you actually catch dragonflies and other bugs and stuff like that. And it's actually funny too because I drew a dragonfly in my last drawing. This is a strange occurrence. But anyways, back to the art. I always end up going on tangents, don't I? But yeah, I decided to go with Mudkip because he's just this adorable little round boy, and I really like the way how I gave him like this little pear-shaped body. I just thought it was really cute, and I decided to give him a Whalema pail, which is a watering can from the original Hoenn games, and he is watering some little flowers here. Now I decided to go with blue for the flowers because it matched the Mudkip, as well as I thought it was really cool how he's watering plants and he's like a water type Pokemon. But yeah, he actually looks kind of creepy at the moment with these sort of blank round eyes just like staring into the void, but trust me, it's going to look really cute once I add those details over the top, just like the last time. Creepy Mudkip? Nah, just cute Mudkip waiting to come out and play, I guess. But now it's pencil time again, and I decided I needed to use a few darker pencils compared to my last drawing, mainly because a lot of the colors in this one, especially the dark blue, is quite a bit darker than like in my last drawings. So I had to obviously add in some dark colors so that the line art would still stand out quite well, and I decided to actually color in the tail completely with colored pencils because it was a pretty light color anyways, and once I was going to add on those textures, it was going to darken it up quite a bit. I really like this one because I just found the textured gradients that I did on its head and on its body and arms just really satisfying. Like, it's a simple art style, but the way I did those textures and shadows and stuff like that, it just looks really pleasing to me. And of course, once I added those highlights over it, it really helps to make it pop. So now it's finally time to color in those eyes, and look at him, he just looks so sweet and innocent, sweet little summer child. Look at him. Oh, I love him. I just think he's so cute. Watering his little blue flowers with his little blue watering can and his little bubble patterns on his shirt. Precious baby, don't you want to just protect him? But yeah, after all of this, it was just time for a few more details, you know, final touches, just some definition on that Yampa pail to make it look like a Yampa, as well as some little sparkles around the flowers just to make them look all nice and shiny as if they've just been watered, and some little grass textures on the ground below him. And I really love this one. I just think it turned out so cute and sweet, and definitely has that, you know, wholesome Animal Crossing feeling. So here's the final results for this one, and I just love them all so much. I just think that the style really carried over very, very well, and it just looks really cute and simple yet detailed enough to look really cool. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun making this, and I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and please comment below what one is your favorite and what do you think of this art. And also, if you play Animal Crossing or Pokemon, tell me below what your favorite characters are. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Please stay safe out there, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.